Hi, this post isn't very easy for me to do, and actually this is the second time that I'm doing it. I had recorded this video earlier and found that there were some problems, and I wasn't very happy with how forthcoming, or not very forthcoming I was. It was very difficult for me to speak the first time around, so this is my second shot at this video. Hopefully this one will do well. The thing is, until 2016, my skin looked like this. No acne, no pitted scars. Yes, there's one dip right in the middle of my cheek where I don't know if it was an accident or not, but I poked myself with a very sharp pencil when I was back in school. Don't ask me why or how or anything of the sort. I was, 5 or 6 years, 6 years old, I think. So, apart from that, absolutely nothing on my face. And was I happy? No, I was complaining about how oily I was. Fast forward to early 2016, December, late 2015, I started getting cystic acne. By January 2016, my face was entirely covered in it. The breakout lasted for more than 6 months, and I know I was not on Accutane. My dermatologist wanted that to be the very last resort. Unfortunately, by September, once the breakout subsided, I found that I had pitted acne scars. Not, hyperpigmentation, that was there, it faded with vitamin C. However, these were pitted acne scars, change in texture. So basically, my smooth cheek became an undulated cheek, both sides actually, undulated cheeks. And the scars were, there was every possible scar. There were boxcar scars, there were rolling scars, and there were ice pick scars. I think the rolling scars were the maximum, and followed by boxcar scars, and ice pick scars were the fewest. So the problem with pitted acne scars is that no topical really works on them, not even tretinoin. What really works on them are invasive procedures such as subcision, such as Tixer lasers, or CO2 lasers. The kind of laser they use depends on, the kind of scar. From person to person it differs. TCA cross and microneedling, RF, and derma stamping. So these are the things that actually work on scars, depending on what kind of scars, what kind of skin, the level of, the severity of the scars. So it differs from person to person, but these are the techniques that work, the procedures that work. And I've undergone all of them. It hasn't been a continuous process because I've had allergies. I've had to stop for the major part of last year. So I am resuming subcision alongside Tixer laser from this month. Subcision alongside Tixer laser. So in subcision, what they do is they insert a needle here and break the fibrous part, holding the scar tethered, causing that dip. So once that thing is broken, the scar goes back to normal. It will re-tether, which means you need to repeat the subcision of 3 or 4 times over every 2 to 3 months. You also may get a saline filler to prevent the retethering from happening. That is the topic for another day, acne scar revision procedures. Today, I'm going to, when you have pitted acne scars like this, what do? You try to hide them. And makeup is where I turned. But the thing is, not all makeup products, this, are created equal. There are foundations that blur, that reduce the appearance of scars. There are foundations that enhance the appearance of scars. There are foundations that draw attention to the scars. It's the same case with primers, highlighters, bronzers, blushes, SPF, moisturizers, you name it. But apart from eyebrow and lip makeup, every product has a role to play. Every product will affect how your acne scars look, for better or for worse. But today I'm not going to talk about foundations because otherwise we'll be here all week. That is the topic for another post, foundations that worsen the appearance of acne scars. Nor will I mention the products that that reduce the appearance of acne scars. Again, we'll be here all week. Today, I'm going to talk about face makeup apart from foundations, blushes, bronzers, highlighters, primers, setting sprays. So I'm afraid the rules aren't very simple when it comes to the question of what products are good and what products are not. Some people think, that shimmer is bad for pitted acne scars and matte is good. So you cannot say that, and I'll tell you why. For instance, Genla Meteorites, excellent, blurs the shite out of my scars. Bobbi Brown highlighter, excellent. That's a highlighter, mind you. It softens the appearance of my scars. And There are so many other products where, you know, shimmer doesn't actually worsen the appearance of my scars, but shimmer helps. Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in dim light, amazing. Blurs my scars like nothing I've seen before. So all products are not created equal, not even shimmery products. There are differences. And, you know, the problem with pitted acne scars is that they're different from, they behave differently from lines or wrinkles or pores. They reflect light differently from lines or pores. And the other thing is products settle in pores, products settle in lines, products don't necessarily settle in pitted acne scars. It's like this rolling scar, for instance. Yeah, an undulation on your cheek. And the product isn't going to go and settle in there. It's going to be like this, right? Whereas you have a pore, a dot there, foundation can go and settle in there. So products that are formulated to reduce the appearance of pores, to reduce the appearance of lines, may not necessarily reduce the appearance of pitted acne scars, particularly large pitted acne scars like this. One rule that you can follow, one thing that you can look for is, you know, when something diffuses light or blurs light, that works better than reflecting light, because diffusing light, right, blurring it, fine. Reflecting it, you're going to see that pit like no tomorrow. Also, this lit from within glow, you're going to forget that if you have pitted acne scars, because glow, you're going to see that. At the same time, you don't want a flat matte look either. This is where the point I made about diffused looks comes into play. So, enough rambling about pitted acne scars. Let's talk about what products have been the worst for pitted acne scars. I've tried these several times over and over, and they've simply not worked. And some of these are very hyped products, and I dare say I'll get a lot of hate, but it is true they don't work on pitted acne scars. The first one is the very hyped and very popular Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I've seen the faces, the skins of people wearing this, and believe me, they look bloody amazing. On me, if my pitted acne scars look like this normally, yeah, this one makes them look like this. Honestly, it's terrible, awful product. The thing is, if you don't have flawless skin, decent skin, right, not perfect skin, if you don't have texture, this is going to look amazing on your skin. Believe me, it looks amazing on my mother. On me, if you have texture of any kind, the woman doesn't have texture. Sometimes I wonder if I was changed in the hospital or something. If you have any kind of texture, avoid this product like mad. This one is definitely the worst of the lot. And I went and bought a full-size one. After I saw my mum wearing it, made her look lovely, very soft and beautiful look. On me, horrendous. While we are on the subject of Charlotte Tilbury, the Glow Garson palette is another one that looks god-awful on pitted acne scars. Everything in here. So you're going to think shimmery products are bad for pitted acne scars. Not so. I will show you a couple of products that do look decent. We will do a separate video on this, don't worry. So these all four look awful. I will link my review where you can see how bad they make my pitted acne scars look. I'll link the review in the description box below. Now the thing is, this product from Bobbi Brown right, sorry, I should stop doing that. This product, shimmery pair of highlighters, the Highlight and Glow Powder Duo, right, shimmery highlighters, see, and this one's pink to boot, this one, right, shimmery products, they right on top of the pitted acne scars. Do not draw attention to them. These do, the Charlotte Tilbury ones do. What you need to look for is something that diffuses light, softens and blurs. Not even softens, blurs the skin. Don't look for reduces the appearance of pores. Blurs the skin, diffuses light across the skin. Not reduces the appearance of lines either. that works better than, you know, glow lit from within, candlelight, that sort of phrase, you know. And I also think it depends on how well milled the powders are. These are incredibly finely milled. These are well milled, finely milled as well. What happens here is that these are a bit glossier in appearance. You want to avoid the glass skin if you have texture. Glass skin on texture on pitted acne scars, not a good idea, mind you. Now I'll just show you a very similar pair of colours from the Charlotte Tilbury next to the Bobbi Brown, so you can see that there is a difference in how they look. So this one's Charlotte Tilbury and this one's Bobbi Brown. This one's Bobbi Brown and this one's Charlotte Tilbury. So it's Charlotte Tilbury, Bobbi Brown, Charlotte Tilbury. Now, let's take these two. Obviously, this one's finely milled. And you can see that this is more reflective than this one. This is more diffusing. I don't know if you can see that this one's more diffusing than this one. This one's more reflective, more chromy. You want to avoid this sort of product. It's glossier in finish as well. This one is a bit more subdued. You know, this is a kind of highlighter that you want to look for. And again, this one's glossier. It's wetter. This one's wetter. This one's not as wet. This one's more diffused than this one. This one's not diffused. So, as I said, these two worsen the appearance of scars. These two make the scars look better. And this one is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. So I think you can see where the problem is. It's glossy, it's wet, isn't it? Glossy and wet finish. Look at that. Now let's blend that out. So that's a blended, again, wet appearance there, glossy finish there. Look at that. So I hope that helps you understand the difference in texture, the difference in formulation, which is the key to finding out what will help your help reduce the appearance of your acne scars, or what will draw attention to the pits. Now, moving on from Charlotte Tilbury, another very hyped, very popular product from an incredibly popular brand, Absolute Shite on pitted acne scars, Huda Beauty 3D Highlighter Palette. Those are the shades, and this one's a bronzer, this one's a blush. All four look appalling on pitted acne scars. They act as beacons on pitted acne scars. The only thing missing when you walk around wearing this is a siren in order to draw more attention to your pits, the pits on your face, the craters, the indentations. These are terrible for pitted acne scars. On people without texture, these look incredible, like this. On people with pitted acne scars, it's like seeing the surface of the moon at very close quarters. Again, let's talk about that bronzer for a second so that you understand the difference there. The bronzer in here, I'll swatch both and come closer to the camera. It's called Tahiti. This one is a medium color. I'll swatch them on this hand. Right. Now, the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer, Terracotta Light, my absolute favorite bronzer. I'm wearing it right now, and you can see a fairly close quarters. I mean, you can see the pitted acne scars there. I am not saying that you cannot see the pitted acne scars, absolutely not. But believe me, without makeup, without this makeup, these pits look worse. This bronzer does not draw attention as such to the pitted acne scars. They're there, obviously, they're not going to go away. The procedures are not over, the scars are not gone, they are on my face. However, this bronzer does not draw attention to the acne scars. I also want to show you one more bronzer that is good. This one is from Hourglass, obviously. This is the bronzer Filtered Bronze Light. Right, I'll swatch that and then I'll come close to the camera so you can see. And I also want to swatch the Guerlain Meteorites. Sorry, some powder just flew out. So that is the Huda Bronzer Tahiti. This is Guerlain. Let's not talk about how the tone of the bronzer, the color of the bronzer, and how it looks on my skin right now. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about texture and formulation here. So this one, Huda. This one is Guerlain. It is not a matte bronzer. This one is from Hourglass. And this is the Guerlain Meteorites. Medium, I think. So, let's talk about formula there. None of these is matte. However, this one is glossy. It is more reflective than all of the others. These are more diffusing. This is blurring, as you can see. This, on the other hand, is reflective. It is glossy. It is shiny. It is chromatic in finish. It is wetter looking in finish. None of the others looks like that. So obviously this one is going to be the worst for pitted acne scars. Equally bad, if not worse, is the Cover FX Contour Kit. This is the medium one, and it looks like this. As you can see, I have tried my best to work with these. None of them work. So you are going to think that all cream products, all cream contouring products will make pitted acne scars look bad. Wrong. I wasn't going to talk about this product now. This is actually part of what is good for acne scars. What reduces the appearance of acne scars. No, don't worry, there are other products that I haven't mentioned in here either, so you're going to have to watch the video anyway when it comes out. This is the Huda Beauty Tonto, also a cream contour. Right? It makes the appearance of acne scars look better. It reduces the appearance of acne scars. I've got my review, we'll link it in the description box below. Now, I'll just swatch these and come close to the camera so you can see where the problem is. Right, I know that is dark. It looks better once you blend it out, I promise. And it does suit my skin tone. And on the other hand, the Cover FX Cream Bronzer, this one, makes acne scars look appalling. I'll just come close to the camera and talk about these and then come back and talk about blushes. So this one is Tonto and this one is from Cover FX. So where's the problem, you ask? Yeah, let's wait for the light to reflect from both. Yep, that's better. This one is wetter, definitely wetter in appearance and glossier. This one is not as wet and is more homogeneous, I think. This one, not so much. You can see that there is, I don't know, it's not mica actually. It's, I don't know, I can't pinpoint what it is. But this one's glossier, definitely wetter in finish. This one is not. So both are cream products, but this one reduces the appearance of acne scars, pitted acne scars. This one enhances them. Next, blush. The worst blush that I come across for pitted acne scars. NARS or Garson. I know. It's an iconic product, a cult product. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. But if you have pitted acne scars, deep indentations, tethered acne scars that only go away with procedures, I'm afraid that NARS or Garson is not a good blush for you. I will come closer to the camera and talk about blushes that look good on pitted acne scars. Right, so blushes. Can you tell which of these makes pitted acne scars look better and which of these makes pitted acne scars look worse? Any guesses? Right, we'll start from here. This one is from the Huda Beauty palette. This one is NARS or Garson. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury's Glow Garson palette. Both these are from Hourglass. Now, the reason I've chosen these 5 is because they're all not matte blushes. None of these blushes is matte. They're all shimmery. So I want to disprove the myth that only shimmery blushes look bad and matte blushes are alright. There are shimmery blushes that look alright on pitted acne scars. Right, now these two, the Hourglass ones, look good on pitted acne scars. Right, I'm just going to try and stretch my skin there for a bit. Sorry, the sun's playing games. Yeah, that's better. Now you can see that these 3 are shinier, are glossier, are wetter. Look at that. Are more reflective than these 2. These 2 are not as wet. These 2 are more diffusive. These 3 are more reflective. Right? Reflective, diffusive. So obviously the Hourglass ones look good on my pitted acne scars. NARS or Garson, this one looks appalling. The Charlotte Tilbury Glow Garson palette blush looks appalling. The Huda Beauty blush from the 3D highlighter palette looks appalling. That's not even a blush on my skin tone. Actually, that's more of a highlighter. But the other 4 are definitely blushes. Next controversial statement from me. Setting powders, finishing powders look better on pitted acne scars than setting sprays and setting mists. Believe it or not. I'm not talking about hydrating mists. That's skincare, not makeup. I'm talking about makeup setting mists. I've tried them all. Urban Decay, All Nighter, Skindinavia, NYX, Revolution, The Lord, MAC, Prep and Prime. None of them works. But the worst of them all, Hall of Shame, Pixie. This is a PR sample, which is why I want to be very clear that this one doesn't work. Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. As you can see, I've used so much up, but the rest of it, I don't know what to do with it, because I can't think of gift it to my worst enemy. No, they'll hate me even more. Hang on, I think my worst enemies all have very good skin. Anyway, this one, appalling on Pitted Acne Scars. I'm not going to spray it here. I've got other videos to record this weekend, and I don't want to look at sight there. But really bad stuff for Pitted Acne Scars. Setting powders, on the other hand, much better. Loose powders, pressed compact powders, they're all good. Miss bad, this one's the worst. PR sample, confession. Since we began with Hollywood Filter, I want to talk about another product that is so hyped, but is incredibly dreadful for Pitted Acne Scars. It is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Incidentally, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, the entire range is god-awful for Pitted Acne Scars. Thankfully, I had some painting done in here, and the painters were moving my dressing table, and my Shimmering Skin Perfector broke as a result, the breast powder, the compact. I'm very happy about that, actually. I'm not at all sad. So I've used so much up, but it doesn't work for me. And it is very similar to the Hollywood Flawless Filter. Hang on, I'll come close to the camera and show you swatches in a bit. Incidentally, most Becca face products, like most Charlotte Tilbury face makeup products, don't work very well for Pitted Acne Scars. The First Light Priming Filter is equally bad, if not worse. This is the purple one. Now, no, I don't hate on Charlotte Tilbury. The Magic Foundation actually does very well in reducing the appearance of Pitted Acne Scars, but that is to be included in the video on foundations that are good for Pitted Acne Scars. So Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, good for Pitted Acne Scars. The face blushes, highlighters, bad idea. These are both K-Beauty primers. I've got the Cheek Room Makeup Base, came in a Mimi box, and the Aurora Pearl Base. And I know they're not famous products, but I'm going to put a bit of these among my swatches as well, so you can see how bad they are. There's something very similar in the texture of products or the formulation of products that wasn't the appearance of Pitted Acne Scars. So that is the Becca, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. As you can see, the formulation is very similar. And so is, although it's much lighter, obviously it's a K-Beauty product, so you don't have shade options there. So this one, the Pearl Base from Korea. I don't have any other Pearl Base highlighters, but you can see that there is a pearly element to all of these. There is something very similar in the formulations, and that something, that wetness, that glossiness, that pearlescence is what draws attention to Pitted Acne Scars. I'm going to blend these out for a bit. So Charlotte Tilbury, Becca, the Pearl Base. Again, wet, reflective products. Glossy finish, wet finish. So let's blend them out completely. The Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Filter, the Becca, and the Pearl Base. Again, wet finish, reflective products with luminescence, actually pearlescence and luminescence. They worsen the appearance of Pitted Acne Scars. Now, on the other hand, here I have Hourglass Dim Light, right? So can you, now these are all dried, and you can see how reflective these are, how wet these are still. Not, I mean, they have dried. I'm talking about the formula, how the finish is still wet, and how it's, glossy, that's a better word, how the finish is still glossy. And on the other hand, this one, very diffused, diffused powder, Hourglass Dim Light. Obviously, this one reduces the appearance of acne scars, while these three enhance and worsen the look of acne scars, pitted ones. So if you have pitted acne scars, some kind of indentations, texture on your skin, these are some of the face makeup products, the bronzers, blushes, highlighters, diffusers, bases, primers, glow givers, enhancers, and so on, that worsen, that draw attention to, that enhance the look of the appearance of pitted acne scars, I haven't talked about foundations at all. There are obviously foundations out there that worsen the appearance of pitted acne scars as well, and there are foundations that reduce the appearance of pitted acne scars, but that is a topic for another video. I hope if you have pitted acne scars that you found this video useful. I hope this, it helps you avoid products that will obviously worsen their appearance. This video is the result of months and months of research, and the result of, this is my second recording. I hope it looks better. I hope my delivery is better, because the first time I found it too painful to talk, and it was very difficult for me to show my pitted acne scars this close to you lot, So I hope that's I've made up for it, for all that, with this video. So because this is still a painful topic for me, I literally lost my skin overnight, and by the time 2016 was drawing to a close, by the time we were in the third quarter of 2016, I knew that my skin had practically gone forever. Hopefully, with subcision, by the end of this year, there will be a marked difference, a marked reduction, but I'm never going to get that level of flawlessness, that level of smoothness back. Never. And that hurts, it's very painful, and because of that, I'm just going to stop talking right now. That's all from me for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do give me a thumbs up, please do hit the subscribe button, please do ring the notifications bell, and I'll speak to you soon.